The Pam and Tommy finale, titled Seattle, follows the turbulent aftermath of the titular couple's private tape going public. As Pamela fittingly says, every time she thinks it's over, the video pops up somewhere else. As she and Tommy grapple with their strained relationship and upcoming child, Rand also has some profound realizations of his own. Meanwhile, so far in the shadows, the young Seth Warshavsky finally makes his move, leading to an outcome no one would have thought to be likely. Most of the storylines are tied up, but there is no escaping the emotionally messy ending for all the show's central characters. Let's take a closer look at Pam and Tommy Episode 8, the series finale, and soak in all its wild details. Pam and Tommy Episode 8 Recap. The series finale opens in June 1996, with Tommy's band Motley Crue releasing their new album and showing fans some love with a gig outside a Tower Records store. Things, however, don't seem to be going too well for the metal band, as they find themselves bumped from being the headliner at a televised MTV concert. Meanwhile, a visibly pregnant Pamela auditions for a few movies, but, frustratingly enough, fails to get a part even in the Mike Myers Bond spoof. The celebrity couple's private tape is now being openly publicized in the news, on television, and in pornography magazines. All hopes of the media frenzy dying out are tragically dashed when the video becomes available online for free. The man behind streaming the sex tape online is young Seth Warshavsky, owner of the internet entertainment group, who is looking for a way to boost traffic to his adult cam websites. Tommy is furious and wants to sue Seth, only for the latter to then approach the couple, asking them to sell the rights to the tape. With the court determining that it is legal to broadcast the tape for free, Seth offers that if the couple agrees to sell him the rights, he will pull down all illegal online versions of the video and only offer it to paying customers. With the promise that it will drastically lower the online audience of the video, Pamela is tempted to sign over the rights. Tommy, however, violently opposes the idea. Meanwhile, Rand, who has been making collections for the mob in order to repay his debt, is told by Louis Butchie Pereno that he can buy his way out of his debt with a one-time payment of $10,000. With no way to get the money, the flustered carpenter then has an epiphany and realizes that perhaps stealing the tape was a deeply hurtful act on his part. He tries to apologize to Pamela and Tommy, but is ignored by the couple, who are busy trying to salvage their imploding relationship. Do Pamela and Tommy break up? What happens to their child? After an impromptu vacation ends in disaster, Pamela and Tommy end up back at home, more dejected than ever. The former is frustrated by the chaos and anger that follows Tommy where he goes, while the latter becomes violently frustrated when Pamela refuses to talk to him and merely asks him to sign over the rights of the tape to Seth. Finally, the young owner of the internet entertainment group gets his hands on the rights to the tape and also seemingly acquires the original from Rand for $10,000. As the series enters its final moments, Pamela gives birth to her and Tommy's child, but is then seen inking over the tattoo she got when she married the rock star. Rand gives the money he got for the original tape to Erica and bids her goodbye, and Pam and Tommy closes with the infamous tape selling legally and prominently at a record store. A lot happens in the melancholy closing moments, including the titular couple breaking up. It has been apparent for some time now that their relationship is falling apart, and after Tommy's violent outburst near the end of the finale, Pamela finally says, "It's over." However, it appears the couple doesn't break up immediately, as she then has a child at their Malibu home, and for a moment, Pamela and Tommy look joyful and back in love. However, the actress subsequently leaves her rock star husband, and the postscripts confirm that they get a divorce shortly afterward. It also appears that Pamela keeps custody of their young child, as the new mother is seen with the baby in the series' closing moments. What is the tattoo Pamela gets removed? A fact that underscores that the titular couple's relationship is well and truly over is that Pamela gets the tattoo of her former husband's name removed from her finger. The ink is from when the two get married on the beach in episode 1 after a whirlwind romance and decide to get a tattoo of each other's names instead of traditional wedding bands. In the end, Pamela is seen getting the tattoo modified, and a quick shot shows us that it now says "Mommy." Does Rand give the original tape to Seth Warshavsky? Rand undergoes a drastic change of heart in the final episode after visiting a soothsayer. He realizes that by stealing the private tape and trying to profit by selling it, he has thrown the celebrity couple's lives in a tailspin. However, it seems like it is too late, and Rand, despite his regret, is unable to undo any of the damage already caused. When Seth Warshavsky, the man responsible for streaming the leaked video online for free, shows up at the carpenter's apartment, asking for the original, Rand tries to do what's right. Despite him vehemently refusing to sell the original tape, which has better image quality than the version in Seth's possession, it seems like he finally gives in when he finds out how much the adult website owner is willing to pay. And so, despite all his regrets, Rand takes the $10,000 offered to him for the original and makes the sale to Seth, who, it seems, promptly puts the higher resolution version to use. Perhaps in his one redeeming move, Rand then gives all the money to his long-estranged wife Erica to cover the costs of their pending divorce and all the international calls he made trying to track down Uncle Milty. Does Tommy sign? Who owns the rights to the tape in the end? It seems like the argument that finally ends Pamela and Tommy's strained relationship is whether they should sign over the rights to their tape to Seth Warshavsky. The actress believes the adult website owner and thinks that selling the rights will result in audiences having to pay to see the leaked video instead of getting it for free, thus drastically reducing its viewership. Tommy, however, proclaims that the tape is a private recording of their love which he will never sign over for someone else's profit. In the end, Tommy does sign away the rights, but only at Pamela's insistence, and when it seems like all other avenues to mend their relationship are exhausted. However, he has a violent outburst just before signing, which traumatizes Pamela, and soon after he signs, she says that their relationship is over. In the end, it looks like Seth Warshavsky legally gets the rights to the tape from Pamela and Tommy, and also obtains the original from Rand. Thus, it is the ambitious young adult website owner who seemingly owns the rights to the video. The postscripts also reveal that Seth subsequently sells the DVD rights of the video to Vivid Entertainment for a whopping $15 million. Where was Pam and Tommy's sex tape filmed in real life? In Pam and Tommy, the character of Pamela, essayed by Lily James, confirms during her traumatic deposition that parts of the tape were filmed on a secluded part of Lake Mead. Her interrogator also brings up scenes shot in the couple's car while on the highway. The show seems to be partly accurate regarding the locations where the tape was shot. In an interview, Tommy Lee revealed that part of the tape was filmed during a 5-day houseboat vacation on Lake Mead. He also clarified that the couple never meant to make a porno and were just documenting their vacation. There are also parts of the tape that, as mentioned on the show as well, were filmed in the couple's car. Considering the tape was stolen from their home, it does seem like Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee never expected anyone apart from themselves to see the tape. On the subject, Lee also mentioned that he and Anderson watched the tape only once before locking it in his £500 safe. Years later, in a 2020 interview, Anderson laughingly described the tape as a compilation of vacations on which she and Lee were naked. Thus, the real tape that resulted in the explosive scandal and media frenzy was shot across multiple locations, including on a houseboat on Lake Mead, which is located on the Colorado River. The lake, which is actually a reservoir formed by the Hoover Dam, straddles Nevada and Arizona. Parts of the video were also filmed in the celebrity couple's car, as well as on a few other vacations, if Anderson's compilation comment is to be believed. Pam and Tommy Season 2. Renewed or cancelled? Pam and Tommy follows the tumultuous tale of the titular couple's whirlwind romance and their leaked private tape that plays havoc on their lives. The partly comedic biographical drama series lays out the events surrounding the tape in all their chaotic glory, from the disgruntled carpenter who initially steals it from the celebrity couple's home to the internet entrepreneur who begins streaming it online. Critics have described creator Robert Siegel's show as an entertaining look at a pivotal intersection of the early internet, celebrity culture, and the adult entertainment industry. Despite some pushback against the show for not receiving the blessing of the titular celebrities it dramatizes, the narrative is an engaging, nostalgic 1990s romp. If you're wondering whether there's more to come, we're here to tell you everything we know about Pam and Tommy Season 2. Pam and Tommy Season 2 release date. Pam and Tommy Season 1 released on February 2, 2022, on Hulu. The first 3 episodes dropped simultaneously on the premiere date, with subsequent episodes out every week. The Season 1 finale premiered on March 9, 2022. As far as a follow-up season is concerned, fans of the show might want to be content with re-watching the original season. Pam and Tommy is billed as a miniseries, making a potential Season 2 highly unlikely. The narrative is also essentially tied up in the Season 1 finale, despite the melancholic, emotionally turbulent ending. The main storylines of the series, which cover the whirlwind romance between Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee, and their stolen tape, are essentially resolved. The couple gets a divorce, and by signing away the rights of the tape, they essentially lose all control over their once private recording. Of course, a lot more happens in the titular couple's lives, and the story of Rand, the carpenter, is also far from over. However, the postscripts at the end of Season 1 give us a taste of what happened in the years following the time period depicted in the series, essentially confirming that a follow-up season shouldn't be expected. Finally, the show's narrative takes inspiration from a 2014 Rolling Stone piece titled Pam and Tommy, the untold story of the world's most infamous sex tape, which ends at around the same point where the show does. Creator and showrunner Rob Siegel exclaimed in an interview how Amanda Chicago Lewis's article was perfect for a limited series, adding that he was surprised it hadn't been picked up earlier for a screen adaptation. Though some details of the story have also seemingly been picked up from Tommy Lee and Anthony Boz's book Tommyland, the narrative essential follows the 2014 Rolling Stone piece and ends accordingly. Thus, with the season finale, Episode 8, Pam and Tommy essentially ends, having given audiences a slice of the tumultuous events in the 1990s. For all intents and purposes, it is highly unlikely that Pam and Tommy Season 2 will ever be made.